Hey, what's up guys, I'm Praetorian and welcome back to HOI4 as we are playing as the Ottoman Empire. Alright, so let's go and get started in today's episode where we're going to be continuing with the advancement into Africa. However, before we do that, let's go and get some invasion set up of the British territory over here. So we're going to do, I think, 3 separate invasions here, guys. I think that's how many we're going to need. So let's go and get them all set up. So the first one is going to be invading from Greece to Malta. And then we're going to set up an additional invasion to hit Sicily. And we'll send this one mountain troop onto that one, which we'll give them a couple more as well. Remember, we can do up to 10. This is going to be from the same location. We're going to hit Messina. We'll give them like maybe 3 more divisions. No, 2 more divisions. We'll do 2 more here. So that's 6, and that leaves 4 divisions remaining in which we can send from a different port to attack this port here in Italy. There we go. So that's our 10 divisions that we're able to send on invasions. And they'll get to those locations and get the planning started here. Though I am noticing that we might have sent, we sent some of the ones that were sent on this invasion up to there. So let's just pull the ones from the bottom here, because I wasn't really caring which ones we sent. All right, so that should be good. 4, 3, and 3. And that'll take them a bit of time to get the planning done. We'll take a look, see exactly how long we're looking here. We haven't done any of the invasion text, so it's going to take a bit longer than it typically would here in 1944. Looks like 28 days for the 4 divisions, 21 for the 3, so 7 days apiece. Alright, so they'll get that done here in about a month. While we continue advancing down here, we could... Oh, we can't do anything here just yet. We haven't moved these units. Alright, so let's focus on this area here. So we're advancing into this province. I think they're sending somebody there. No, they're not. They're not sending anybody there just yet. We could take a look at where our planes are at. I don't think there's any air bases around here, though. There's one there, so you could support here, but yeah, there's really just no air bases at this moment. We could try and come over to this one. We just wouldn't have very good efficiency, but you can see we could send them there technically. We could try and do the more ground crews to increase the efficiency, but I mean, like, they're covering a small section of it, so we can expect that they're not going to have hardly any efficiency. Might help some, though. There is a little bit closer. Let's try moving over to here, although I guess it's already all full, isn't it? All right, so let's just stay here then. Yeah, that's the way we're going to have to do that. There's just no air bases here, but that also means that they don't have air bases either, so we do have that benefit. We need to get these guys destroyed. We have 1 unit currently doing that. Still waiting for this guy to get over here. We'll take a look at what happened here with that battle in a minute. We need this guy to come over here and replace him as he moves over into this territory here. Frankly, we just need to get all these units down here much quicker as it is. So what we should probably do is have one of them take the railroads all the way down here, if he can. It looks like he can't go down that way on the railroads. Probably maybe because he's being attacked. So we'll just have him go right there, I suppose. Yeah, we got to cover all this area here. Do we need... No, we don't need divisions all through here. Alright, excellent. So that unit has been destroyed. Let's go and take a look, see what this battle is. We sunk a British destroyer. Okay. Had some of our own planes shot down in an additional battle. And we don't need to do the war propaganda. I thought we had already said we don't need to do that. Apparently not. Just make sure there's no invasions into our own territory. Okay, that's just a naval combat. Looks like our fleet is engaging here as they are moving to get over to this. You know, I'm not entirely sure why they're out. Oh, they've been set to, maybe I set them to convoy raiding? No, they're doing naval invasion support. I was gonna say they were coming over to help here, but yeah, they don't need to help here because they're not even assigned to that area. One thing we do need to do is take off the Black Sea. We don't need to cover that anymore. Let's go ahead and have our ships move over to this area. We wouldn't be able to do an invasion anyway until we had some ship support here. And that way these guys can go over there and do the naval invasion support. And we should probably give them some naval bomber support as well. I wonder if we have any in this stockpile. Not many, but we could use close air support for this purpose. In fact, we don't even need to make a close air support for that because we have close air support just sitting around with nothing to do. So yeah, let's go and move them into here and get them helping us on bombing the British fleet. And naval bombers do this suitably. They're not the greatest at it, obviously, but yeah, they do it okay. Alright, so let's do the naval strike there. And we also want one here. So we might want to take one of the close air support. Looks like we don't have any more close air support, except for the ones that are already down here. Alright, so let's just create a new air wing of close air support then. I'm just looking for the closest air base to this region. It might actually be this one. Yeah, it might actually be that one right there. So let's go ahead and create the air wing there. And send 100 close air support. We'll do the 2s here. Increase their numbers up to 100. And then have them cover the sea here. And we want them to do the naval strike. Alright, so we have at least one air wing in each of these regions doing the naval strike. We could move one of the ones that is over here. I guess we'll keep them here for now, but eventually we might want to move one of these ones over to here. We're also going to want to get some fighter support. These guys, they'll stay here, I suppose. We'll just move all the fighters that we have in these other regions, because there's just, again, there's not really anything for them to do. Now we'll move them over here, and then we have at least another 200 here, but this is one air wing. Okay, so we'd want to have them and this one. And we still need to get somebody supporting us there. So we have those fighters we can pull from. Let me see if there's any other fighters sitting around. Obviously we have the ones down here, but we're going to keep those there. We might have to create another air wing. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, let's go and create another air wing here. Get like 100 fighters out there. I think we do have them in the stockpile. Let them fill them out their cells. Then have them cover this region here. All right, excellent. So I don't know if we're going to continue doing more ground crews here. I don't think so. We'll pull back on that. All right, so we'll start bombing them and see how effective that ends up being. Now, they probably will have some fighters to stop us. So again, I'm not entirely sure if that'll work out or not. We did attack in a really kind of silly attack here, but there was no units here when we did it. And it looks like it didn't matter. And we might be getting our fleet destroyed right now. Yeah, it looks like they did destroy the surface fleet. Surface fleet was completely destroyed as they were attempting to move over here. So that's a problem. Something I was worried about. It's definitely a real possibility. So we'll probably lose everything we had. But it's such an old fleet. I mean, their ships are probably pretty old too. Just kind of take a look and see. Yeah, they have pretty old ships too, but you know, they've got carriers and battleships and probably some torpedoes on those light cruisers and destroyers. So yeah, we had no chance here. Vastly outnumbered, and we did have air support, but of course they also had air support. So I wouldn't say they control the skies, but yeah, they definitely had air support to assist them. So yeah, we had little chance of winning this with those really cruddy ships we had. Again, though, I was just throwing them out there to help us out with the invasion support. So it might be impossible to do the invasions here. We'll just have to see. We might not be able to do it. And if that's what happens, then that's what happens. It's okay. But I definitely wanted to give us the opportunity to try it. Yeah, somebody had asked why I didn't just do a naval invasion here when the supply was garbage, and we did do a naval invasion across and attack into Egypt. That's why. Because I didn't want to get all of our ships and stuff destroyed. It's very risky doing naval invasions when you don't control the sea, as you'd expect. It's not surprising, of course. Let's go ahead and have these guys go over here next. But yeah, it's very risky doing invasions across seas that you don't control. So it's not something you want to do if you don't have to. We could see if we have more. We do. So yeah, let's go and get more submarines out there, since it looks like this is just a submarine fleet at this point, because we lost the entire surface fleet. Again, not surprising. The moment we put them out there, they're at risk of dying. But the question is, why were they out there in the first place? Because they were doing the invasion support, which I know we assigned these, and then they got attacked. But why would they go over here in the first place when they were never assigned to that area until later? So I'm not entirely sure why they were heading over there before we had even assigned them to go over there. And that's kind of strange, but it happened, so it's a wrap for them. Let's go ahead and put them on convoy raiding. And I'll put these guys over here as well. Same deal. Just get them changed up, their icon, and doing some convoy raiding. So they'll have air support at least, those submarines, and maybe we can still have some success engaging the British fleet there. Did we finish up here? We did. All right, so now all these troops need to head on over to this area. on the railroads, please. Get over there as quickly as you can. And we'll send this guy here over to here, I suppose. Getting a lot of ace pilots. And here's that battle, by the way. Lost the pride of the fleet, and you know that's our only capital ship, the battle cruiser. Lost our light cruisers, our destroyers, and a bunch of planes. Seems that the Italians also lost some destroyers. And as far as what we sunk, nothing. We didn't sink a single thing. We shot down some planes, but yeah, we had no success. We bombed them a little bit, did some damage to them, but yeah, that is a horrible battle. That did not go well at all. So now it's just the submarines, guys. That's all we got. But we can try and engage any troop carriers and get those destroyed. So I'm not entirely sure what's going on here. Africa has some weird situations though with the provinces. So does Asia as well, where you get like weird movements. I don't think they get caught because I don't think people fight in those areas as often, particularly Africa. We did sink 2 convoys. Let's hope those were troop convoys. And hopefully we'll engage enough of their freight convoys to mess up their convoy efficiency. If we can control that well enough and sink enough of them. Alright, so remember we're trying to cut the Germans off from getting all this territory when, when the Italians, and a little bit of the Germans, but particularly the Italians, even the Austrians are here. When they push forward in here, this is all going to go to Germany since Germany has a claim on the territory. And so we need to cut them off right here so they can't push forward anymore. So this is Portuguese territory, so this is the only province we have to take to cut them off from being able to take any further territory. So that the rest of the British territory in Africa will all go over to us. Now I'm surprised they're not attacking at all. Again, they're just very passive overall, the AI is. When they decide to attack, they send everything, and when they don't decide to attack, they just sit there. Yeah, engaging some freight convoys there. They're attacking our submarines to protect their troop convoys there. So we'll just keep on watching the battle. It's now become largely a submarine conflict. Well, I was hoping I'd be able to attack in one of these provinces. They're so big, though, that yeah, they're all defended. All right, so that won't work. Let's send the tanks down here, and then this guy can come over to this province for us. And we'll keep watching these naval battles, seeing how we do. We did sink 1 convoy here, and shot down some of their planes. Okay. Remember, we now have fighters all over here helping us too. That I didn't see too many fighters over there supporting us there. Sunk a British submarine there. And here we lost a submarine. Sunk 2 convoys though. There's another troop convoy that we're engaging. Remember, the British have no way to get troops to Italy or Sicily or Sardinia without bringing them by sea. So now we have the entire Italian peninsula covered. And with that, that means they can't go anywhere without having to engage our submarines, without the chance of our submarines catching those convoys. All right, let's go and push forward here. Nobody there to stop us. And with this guy, let's go and get that province, I suppose. We are exposing ourselves to being cut off, though, so I'm a little bit concerned about that. But they're not pushing forward, so we're fine, I suppose. And yeah, if we get that tank down here, then he can help us push forward. Waiting for these units as well to get down here. Remember, we don't want to send too many troops down there. So I want to say we just sent off a shipment to Iraq. It was on the late part of the month there, I believe. And let me just double check here. Let's see if we got him down more. 231. I don't think it has gone off to him yet. Let me just double check. 9 more days. Okay, so it was actually here in the mid part of April. I think I just read it wrong. So these guys here are not cut off from supply. Somebody has to take that one port province first, so maybe we should send a unit over there to do that. Yeah, let's do that, guys. Let's actually send 2 of these just to take this port province here. And so we're going to want them to hit the railroads over here so we can get the port, and then we'll work on getting those units there cut off and destroyed. We can start pushing forward in any, easy territory that we can, take easily. It doesn't look like there is anything. These are all actually defended right now. Okay, so they have done what I expected them to do, which is pump troops into Africa once we started attacking them there. And again, that's probably a good thing. It means that we'll get to fight them and kill them, and we'll take casualties while doing so, which means we'll get more war participation. And most importantly, we're distracting the British and keeping them from other theaters. So the Italians lost 1 destroyer, the British lost 2. I wonder how many ships the Italians have. Like, are they completely out of the naval game? No, not yet. 82 destroyers, I guess they kind of are, because they lost all their capital ships. They have 63 destroyers, 17 light cruisers, and 2 submarines. So yeah, they're pretty much out of it. What about the Germans? Do they have anything? Or are we just completely out of the naval game? Well, they have 2 battleships and 4 heavy cruisers. So they're not too bad for Germany, of course. I mean, they only have 33 total ships, though, so it does seem we're essentially out of the naval game. How about the British? How many of those ships have we sunk? Oh, not very many. Yeah, they still have a massive fleet. I was thinking they'd be in the 300s, but they're even higher than I expected. All right, so they're trying to take that province from us, which would not cut us off because we have this one. So let's make sure this guy's assigned here, and then we're gonna go up behind them and take this location as soon as they leave. This unit here, we could go ahead and attack. Let me see if it's worth it. Yeah, sure, why not? Okay, maybe not. Looks like we could lose that. Might as well let them leave. With this unit, let's go ahead and... How do we want to do this? I have a port there, so we're not cutting them off if we take that, so there's no point on doing it that way. We'll just go ahead and attack right here. And then we'll work on trying to get all the units here on the front cut off. And I just feel like we don't have enough troops to get this done. Now, given there's still some moving down here that we have to wait for. But as of right now, we are a little bit restricted. So this guy's moving on the railroad, so he should be pretty weak, even though we'll be attacking across the river. We should win that. Let's take a look, see what these decisions are. We have the Republicanism, which I think we're going to take that because that's the 25 political power one, and it's going to let us increase our stability, which I'm not happy with where our stability is sitting. I know we're saving up the political power for Iraq, but I think it's fine. We'll still be able to get that done. All right, so we're still waiting for these guys to leave here. Oh, it looks like they readjusted. All right, so that's unfortunate. So let's go ahead and go this way then. No reason to just sit there. And let's see what happened in this battle here, although it might be underneath one of these. Yep, we lost a submarine. We're going to see more and more of that, guys. We're going to lose submarines. It's just the way it is. Submarines typically take very high casualties in this game, as they did in real life. We're going to go and attack cross here because I think we could win. That's a pretty weak unit there. But you know what? I thought we were going to beat this unit, and you see that we're not. But at least we're locking them down so this unit here can advance. And they did take that province, and now they're moving on to the next one. They get there in 4 days, 0 hours. Can we beat them? We can. All right, so we should be able to get there. Oh, this is multiple provinces we have to get to. So when do we get to the full location? 3 days, 23 hours. So it looks like we'll be there 1 hour before them, unless something changes. We could always attack them to stop them from pushing forward. We still want to take that province as well, so let's go ahead and do that. This guy lost in his attack across the river. He also lost in his attack across the river. You know what? It's not surprising. Attacks across rivers just are pretty difficult, but then you add in a rough terrain modifier, and it just makes it that much worse. So I don't know if it would be wise to send these troops now, because they don't even have any ships to escort them. I think it would be super risky, and it looks like we can't even do it because we don't control all the sea zones. We only control the one here. So we wouldn't be able to do it anyways. But yeah, I think it might be too risky at this point. I figure we set them up just in case. All right, let's see how we want to get around these guys. Probably just take that province there. I think that's the best way to do this. Now, it does look like all these troops were just taken off this front, so that's a problem. So we need to fix that. Let's have... I'm probably going to have this guy attack here. I know that he probably will lose. It says he's going to win now, but I think we'll probably lose. Just so we get that tank there, make sure that we don't have any issues there. And then we're going to try and cut these guys off here. Overall, though, we got some issues up along this front. Okay, just trying to keep my eyes on everything that's happening. Just kind of watching the situation here in Italy. Does look like the British are getting pushed back. They're likely going to lose there. It seems that we got pushed back here. So hopefully we can get over there so we can attack that port, because yeah, these troops are not cut off until we do. Alright, so this guy's almost over to here. It looks like they've all been pulled off at this front now. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with these units, guys. Yeah, it's just kind of odd. I keep getting pulled off the fronts. Okay, so we've got him attacking there. We got them attacking there. It looks like he should end up winning there. These guys are no longer going there, so you know, let's go here now. Once we finish up with that defense. And we're going to take this province. This guy here needs to be sent after him, though if we can't beat him, we'll have to wait till he leaves. It's less than a day. They might be concerned about getting cut off. That's why they're pulling back there. We sunk a couple convoys here. Let's hope those were troop convoys, probably. Very likely, considering that those ones are. Okay. Again, just working on getting British troops cut off and increasing their casualties. And these are all troops that we won't have to fight in Europe. And what happened here? Oh, okay, he moved from over here and stopped our unit from advancing there. Alright, we wouldn't have won there, guys, so. Alright, let's go and push forward here now. And again, just kind of paying attention to these battles, because I love seeing that we are sinking all those troop convoys. That's like at least one whole division right there, and then the other division, you know, limped away with extremely high casualties. So now we got a pocket here that definitely doesn't have supplies, so we're going to want to start getting these guys destroyed now. Already taking that province there. This guy's going here. Okay, excellent. Let's make sure we're pushing forward there. Some undefended territory here to take. So let's go and push forward. This guy decided to stay right there. Just going to keep him here. We'll cut him off and destroy him. And we are attacking into here now. Let's go ahead and do that again. And try and get control of the port down here, you know, this territory that the Germans and Italians lost. It seems like they can't seem to do anything effectively without our assistance. Alright, so now let's go ahead and get that guy destroyed, and then we'll attack here as well. Alright, so he's going to come down here to push this front forward, so let's go and make sure he's assigned to that. Alright, make sure everybody's attacking where they can, especially if it's undefended. We might just have to send a bunch of units over here so we can push forward. I know that we don't have them cut off from supply yet, but at the same time, this is a wide front. Looks like we're losing here, so we're going to have to let them sit, get their organization back up, maybe get a little bit of a planning bonus, all that kind of good stuff. Winning here, yeah, they're winning here, but that would not cut them off. It looks like we're going through here, or would not reconnect, excuse me. We're going through here, so we should end up defending there. So we got that unit destroyed, so he's going to go across the river here now. And let's just go and attack across the river, just to get those guys destroyed. Alright, excellent. So that's just about done. Just making sure all these units here are pushing forward, though obviously not into silly attacks. I can see if we can beat this guy. 6 days and 11 hours. It's pretty close. But yeah, I think he's going to get there first. Alright, we'll just wait then. You know what, we'll go, and if he moves there, then we can always pull him back, because you never know what he'll do. He could end up going the other way. So we actually lost that attack, despite sending 3 units against him. Again, it's just really difficult fighting in, you know, some of this rougher terrain, though this is forest rather than jungle, so it's not as bad. Alright, so let's go and take a peek at the Iraqi situation. Again, really trying to get them annexed here. So let's see how close we are. 18, so we should have that done with just a little bit of building, which we're doing now. I'll make sure that we're still building there to get that ticked down. I don't think we need to give them any more equipment, though. And so now, I think we even have this would not annex them, though. This gets them to integrate a puppet. Oh, that's a shame. We have to do one more time to get them annexed. I didn't realize that. Alright, well, let's go and make sure we're still building there. I want to say, yeah, we're building one more infrastructure there. I don't know if that'll be enough or not. So we could just build it up one more, just to make sure. Although I don't really want to get it too high. Maybe what we'll do is, instead of infrastructure, build something else. Let's get maybe like a military factory here or something. Yeah, we'll do like a military factory in that 80% in Baghdad. And we'll go and tick this up to the top here so that it gets done. Okay. So yeah, I knew that the fighting here was going to be challenging, because it's Africa. And Africa is always a challenging fight. So these guys have been destroyed. Let's go and continue pushing forward so that we're getting that war participation for this. This guy, they're not quite ready. We're going to give them a little bit more time. And again, just push forward into the areas where we can easily win. Got to get these guys cut off, I think, before we're able to advance over here. So you got to get the win here. So let's go and attempt another attack here. The problem, of course, is that we're attacking into the mountains. And it looks like because of that, we might very well end up losing that. So what we might want to do if we do lose this is to try and get around them. Yeah, that's how this is going to go down. So let's go ahead and push forward in the undefended province next to him. We have the empower fundamentalists in the state decision since we have so much political power available right now. Alright, well, we don't need to say we don't want to be notified of that because we're going to be spending that very soon. We did lose another submarine, also had one of our planes shot down. So, you know, these aren't extremely important losses here, but still, they're losses. But we're sinking destroyers over here, so that's good. So this tank could have also went up behind them here and cut those guys off because you can see that they're trying to, yeah, they're trying to reconnect this. So this is not a huge problem because remember they still have supply. But I would like to stop that if at all possible. You know what I think we're gonna do, guys? Instead of doing that, let's just go up behind these and cut those units off. Stop being a damn headache for us. Is anybody going to get that province? No? Then let's go ahead and do that. Let's go grab it real quick with this tank unit. Seeing any units still need to be given orders. Alright, so we could easily cut that unit off by just taking this province. Looks like we're winning there just because of the fact that he's attacking one of our troops. Let's go ahead and cut that guy off and grab this one province here. And then we'll be able to destroy him. If he's not retreating, he's actually attacking. Probably trying to reconnect there. Yeah, that's what it seems like. Just looking for other places we could advance. That unit is so weak, but so are we, so I don't think we'd win there. Yeah, so I don't think that's possible. Looks like they moved a unit there, so we can't attack there now. Alright, so yeah, we're going to be a little bit stymied over here, which, again, that's only territory that's going to Germany, so I don't really care that much, honestly. I prefer to get the territory that's going to us first, to get that done, and then we can come back up here if need be with more troops. We're not really hurting that much on supply, but we do have enough attrition here due to bad supply. You know, 9% there, you know, 6% here, that I don't want to move any more units, guys. I don't think that'd be wise. Let's take a look at the equipment situation. Been a little while since we looked at it. Anti-tanks and light tanks are what we're needing right now. Yeah, okay. So yeah, let's go ahead and put our factories into that then. And are these convoys being used? Yeah, most of those are being used for our invasions that we probably won't even do. So let's go to move some of these into convoys so we're actually building convoys now, so we don't run out of them. And then let's go to put this factory into the tanks. We have 15 going into tanks. What about the anti-tanks, which we're pretty short on as well? Let's go and put another factory into that. In fact, let's go all the way up to 8, since we've continued to have issues with the anti-tanks. We do have a lot of units that use them, though. The anti-air is only in the infantry unit, while the anti-tanks is in the infantry, the mountain, and the tanks. So that's the reason for the high need for them. Looks like we should probably get some stuff building over here. I know we got the radar level 1 in several areas, but we have not gotten level 2. So let's go and start working on that. And just maybe get it going over here as well to cover, although, you know, it might be better to do this one. Yeah, we'll build the radar over here too. Infrastructure in these areas is not important. Though it's interesting that Moscow is having, I don't know if it's just because we haven't repaired that yet, or if they're bombing. I mean, it's kind of strange that that's even in our orders since we don't hold Moscow. And why would we have to repair the infrastructure there? Yeah, I'm not entirely sure why that is. Whatever. So yeah, let's go and give these guys some stuff to do. I really think we should continue to focus on infrastructure in Africa as we move along here. And we'll probably want these like above everything else that's being worked on for the most part. Yeah, we want to get all these moved up to the top here. There we go. Make sure we got some factories assigned to them. Alright, so we did win there. So this unit's now advancing there. Let's go and push forward here. Get that territory. We're advancing here as well. We'll wait to attack that unit until he's actually cut off. See if there's anywhere where we can push forward here. Alright, so this guy's going over this way. He's about to take that. So let's have him assigned to this front then. He's coming over here. I don't know if he's going to get there before the division that's moving from the north. No, he will not. We'll keep him moving just in case he cancels it. But remember, we're already using the tank here to try and get around them there. And there we go. We can now lower the autonomy of the Iraqis. And it's only going to be 50. But now we got to get it back down all the way from 1,000. So this is going to take some time, guys. So essentially, we need to give them more stuff. Do we have anything in the stockpile, like a lot of anything other than infantry equipment? Because that's just not worth it, because it barely affects autonomy. Not really. I think we're going to have to use our civilian factories for this purpose, and just really build up the Iraq territory quite a bit. It'll be useful having higher supply in here. Once we, if we decide to attack like Pakistan or India or anything like that, you know, having the higher supply level would be helpful. But yeah, let's go and get some other stuff here, though. We might want to maybe get a synthetic refinery here. We'll have those available. Maybe get, we can't build the radar there, unfortunately. We could build like an airbase up. They already have an airbase, a very high level airbase in Baghdad, so never mind. That's not really necessary. I guess we'll just get them some military factories then. Then just build up those military factories there. And we'll see how it looks. Reducing autonomy just from building can be kind of time consuming if you don't give them any equipment. But the convoy situation is not great, so I don't know if I want to do that. Now, we could attempt to send this off. You can see that they wouldn't send any of them. But if you sent it, then if they ever did get control of the sea, then they would go. I don't know if it's worth it, though. I feel like their submarines would likely just sink anything we sent out there. Sure, they're doing combo raid, and it looks like it's going to be done here anyways. I suppose we'll do that. If they destroy the units, it's not like we don't have plenty of units, guys. And taking more casualties would have benefits. I know it's kind of cold to think of it that way, but it would have some benefits. Let's go and push forward here. You know, we'd get more war participation, which we can always use because, frankly, we just don't take very many casualties when compared to the AI. And I know we're really to push forward here, and then we're also stopped here on getting this support. I could try and do another attack here, but you can see that supply is an issue. Yeah, we're very close to getting a victory. We're just not there. They would need like one more unit or something. What we should probably do is give him like a mountain unit. He could do the trick. Yeah, you know what? Let's go and send this guy over there and see if he can't get a win here, so we can push forward and try and get that port. We do have several free military factories, so let's go and get these assigned. Maybe get more naval bombers. I haven't been happy with the number of naval bombers that we have. And then maybe more tanks. We always need more tanks. We actually do need to trade for some resources. Yeah, we're already trading with the Russians. I wonder how high their autonomy is. We might need to take a look at that, make sure this doesn't become an issue. Yeah, that's 624 now. You see, we're getting a lot from getting those resources, because it's, you know, that's a lot of resources, 80 resources. But we need them. So let's just see if we can't just get this from the Germans rather than trying to trade for more, because we could. But yeah, I don't think that's the best way to do it, especially when you only need 8 steel. For the aluminum, we will trade with Austria-Hungary. Give them a little bit of love. Seems like they need the factories because they haven't really helped much. So maybe the factories is... That's what their problem is. They don't have enough civilian factories. Yeah, I feel like it's going to take a lot longer to annex Iraq than I thought, so we might want to go into Saudi Arabia sooner. I just don't want the Iraqis to get any of this territory. If they take that and we don't get control of it, then they're not going to give it to us, more than likely. Although, you know what? They might give us Kuwait now. Nope. Still won't give it to us. Damn it. Because we have gotten the war participation up higher. Well, no, maybe not. We're still sitting at 12%. It's not really getting any higher. So that's unfortunate. See, it looks like we also lost going across there. We'll try and attack here just in case this guy doesn't make it, because it's 3 days and 17 hours. He'll be 13 days. Let's say he's not making it anytime sooner. He's 9 days, so we should be able to cut him off if nobody comes over here. We'll just have to see. Yeah, it looks like they've been moving units. Anytime I try and get across anywhere, they move a unit and stop us. That guy's still moving as well. Yeah, we knew that he was moving there, but we're going to keep him attacking because this tank is going to try and come up behind them. Get these territories here. And it just takes so long to move anywhere in Africa. I was going to take a look at the naval battles then. Sunk another destroyer there. Got a convoy sunk there. Another destroyer. And I know that like sinking destroyers, it doesn't seem like it's all that helpful because they're so quick and easy to build. They don't really have a lot of manpower there that you're sinking. They don't give you a lot of war participation when you sink them. So they seem like it's not that helpful. Let's go and improve the worker conditions, because again, I'm not really happy with our supply situation. But yeah, it seems like it might not be that helpful. But I would disagree. I think sinking destroyers is very helpful, because eventually they will start running low on destroyers if you sink enough of them. And then your submarines can wreak havoc on the capital ships, the enemy capital ships. So we did cut that unit off. Let's go ahead and get him destroyed. Now he's going to try and break out, so can't allow that to happen. We did decrypt the Mexican cipher. Okay. Who do we want to do next? Let's kind of take a look here. Who all is in the British faction that we are actually fighting? We already have South Africa. I guess we could do like Canada. Yeah, I suppose you could do Canada. You could also do somebody else that you're planning on invading. I don't think it's necessary to do like Saudi Arabia or anything like that, but I guess it's more useful doing Saudi Arabia than it is doing Canada. So yeah, so I guess we'll do them. It's also only gonna be 110 days, so at least it's pretty quick. So this guy's finally done moving. Good God, that took him forever. So now let's go ahead and have him push forward here. Try and cut off these troops once this tank finishes cutting them off here, since they are now reconnected right there. Where's that unit going? He's just sitting there. Not going to take the Lend-Lease, of course. The Italians are requesting garrison support. So we're going to, of course, tell them no. Where do they need to garrison? Is it just a little bit of territory they got over here? Like, you got most of Italy back. Yeah, we're not helping them. Oh, it looks like we did these invasions. We were successful. All right, I wasn't expecting to be successful in these. I didn't think they would be able to be sent in the first place. So we've taken over Malta. That's excellent. That's the main one I wanted. And we can go ahead and take all this back over too then. Let's go and push forward here and just help the Italians out. So, like, I just helped them conquer some of their territory back, and their first reaction is to ask me for something else. That's awesome. Alright, so yeah, we'll get all that conquered, taken over. We'll have these troops, what we want to do is just, because obviously we're fighting in multiple areas, so these provinces don't take very long to move to, so it'd be wise to give them some advance orders so that they aren't sitting around not doing anything. How long until we get those fighters? 3 days. Okay, so we have the air experience, and it's about to max out, so I just want to make sure that didn't happen. But yeah, the supply here is now really hitting us, guys. It's a shame. I can try and move there, but I don't think we'll get there before this unit. 3 days, 13 hours. We can test it, but it's across a river, so I do not expect. Yeah, that's 8 days. Just not going to get across there. Still waiting on this tank. He's taking his sweet time. It just takes so long to get anywhere here in Africa. So I suppose you could just like stay up here and then just dip down there occasionally. It's the more important theater, but you know, obviously we move so much quicker here. So we just got those fighters. Next, we're going to do close air support, but we do want to go ahead and update the fighters. Let's go ahead and look at this here so that that'll go away. And we're going to want to put all of our experience into these now. There we go. All right, excellent. So let's go ahead and improve them and have a Mark 1 for our first Fighter 3s. Lost a lot of experience there, obviously. That's okay, we'll make up for it. And we'll have better fighters out there. We do have a free factory as well. I kind of feel like we put enough into tanks. Let's get the newer planes built, the newer fighters. I think that'd be wise. Not sure why this did not get deleted, but we can go ahead and delete that. And we'll just keep these 3 here in Malta unless they end up going on their own to another province, which sometimes the AI likes to do. Sign itself an order. Hopefully these guys aren't going. Oh, they already have an order, so they should be good. This guy must have gotten blocked by their fleet and wasn't able to cross there, is what I'm assuming happened. Gating troop convoys throughout here as well. But yeah, we're getting Sicily conquered, helping the Italians out. Now, I don't know that you get any war participation for retaking Allied territory. Probably not. So I don't think we're getting any war participation for that. So this guy's still attempting to advance here. The tank is still moving as well. Basically, nothing is happening right here. Cambodia has capitulated. I guess we haven't looked at the situation over here in some time. Looks like the Japanese are the ones to do the invasion. I didn't even think about the fact that they would invade. So yeah, this faction just continues to face defeat after defeat. So that should be done soon. Looks like we did get complete control of Borneo. Also, Austria has taken over the Malay Peninsula. And so I wonder if the British have any territory over here anymore. New Zealand's currently being invaded. They also have their Pacific Islands, of course. The Australians are the ones leading the invasion of New Zealand. Looks like they're all currently cut off from supply. Yeah, they don't have any ports right now. So hopefully those invasions are successful. The Italians lost 3 destroyers there, unfortunately. Alright, so yeah, just looking for openings here, guys. And they did bring somebody over here to stop us. Damn it, we've been working so long to get over there, and then we just got stopped. Stopped cold. So we have not cut these troops off yet. This guy isn't coming down here, but yeah, just been very problematic. Any attempts to get anywhere. We moved more units over here, but now they're using up more supply, which we can't fix. So I don't know if they'll win here. Let's try them out. They have the mountain troop. It's holding steady, maybe. It's red now. Damn it. So yeah, we're not gonna win there. We'll keep it going though. Just try and weaken that unit. I don't know what else to do there. We did actually face a unit here. Okay, and all of our troops retreated. That's awesome. He lost and then just gave up. Said, never mind, I quit. But the rest of Italy has been dealt with. So let's go and make sure we take that territory. I wonder if they didn't have a unit moving there, if we did take it and then a unit was already set to take that port or move to that port. They also did succeed in their invasion there. That's interesting. No other further invasions that I'm seeing from the British. So having some successes in the Mediterranean, so that's good to see. But not really any successes anywhere else. Everywhere else has been problematic. We'll let that guy go there because we might be able to get across the river at that point and then get him cut off. We could also go here. There's nobody there to stop us. And now we can try going across here again, but good God, it took forever last time, so I'm not very optimistic. Let's go ahead and push forward here. Yeah, a lot less troops over here defending. Looks like they cut off our unit though. Yeah, our unit's currently cut off, but that tank did get it back. Alright, so we have this unit moving here. I'd prefer to have this guy go here. I know he's already set to do it. What we could do is help out on that defense, make sure he can't win there. Yeah, that'd probably be the best use of our unit there. Don't need to do war propaganda, which is now available because we have a border with South Africa. Just don't need to be notified about that. Did sink another British destroyer there. And yeah, I think this is what's happening, is that they have troops that are already being sent to go over there. We lost 4 submarines here. Italians, a light cruiser, and a destroyer. Yeah, we're getting our butts kicked in the sea. Sunk a British submarine. It's really only over here that we're seeing any success. What we could do is now move all our planes over to an area that's closer. These guys are way over here now since we lost that air base there. There's no reason for that. They can just go from Italy and have very good coverage over the sea there. These guys could stay here, I suppose. Move them up to there, and they would probably be better off in Malta, so move them over to here. And yeah, just kind of work on trying to defeat the British fleet in the Mediterranean, to try and bomb them really heavily. In fact, if we have any planes in the stockpile, we'll want to get them over there helping us, like another close air support perhaps, like maybe increase one of these close air support, probably the Malta one. Yeah, I think that'd be the best one to do if that is close air support, which it is. Let's go and give them another 100 planes. Alright, so yeah, all of our planes are focused on the Mediterranean naval conflict. Now, we know we lost here. Yeah, definitely lost here. We could try attacking into the hills instead of the mountains. It's easier. Maybe that's what we'll do next. If these guys are, in fact, getting organization up. They're getting a preparation bonus. And they are increasing organization by a little bit. Again, infrastructure is really just kicking our butt there. Let's take a look, see if there's anything else to build over here. It looks like we're having some issues. I'm just gonna build all this up here, and then we'll build this up. And we're just gonna build these ones as well. So we got a lot of stuff going. I don't know why that keeps ticking itself up to the top there. It's not really all that important. Repairing infrastructure, I guess, is kind of important. Surprised it's still damaged. I'm wondering if we're being bombed. Just take a look here. I'm not seeing anything to indicate bombers outside of Eastern Germany. Yeah, I think that's it. We could also help in the English Channel, but there's probably a lot more, oops, I need to look at the airs on here. Probably a lot of enemy fighters there. So I don't really want to take the heavy losses that would probably likely result from that. Let's focus on the Mediterranean, guys. This is where we're at. This is where it makes the most sense. These guys are still successfully moving down there. Let's attempt to move down here if nobody's going to stop us. Yeah, we should be able to get that done. We already have a unit moving over to that province. Okay, excellent. Somebody else moved over here and stopped our tanks again for the second time. But these guys would be cut off if we could just take one province around here. That's all we need, is just one. I'm going to move on over to here. See if we can't attack that way. These guys did win here. All right, excellent. You know what? They're not cut off from supply down here because, yeah, there's this little area. So let's go and start pushing forward and taking some of this over. Yeah, we'll grab that one right there. And we're invading into South Africa now. All right, so let's attempt an attack right here because that should be easier since it's in the hills. And it looks like we should be able to win that. All right, so that'll work. We'll go that way then. Whichever way we have to go to get her done. We have another military factory. Just take a look again, see how we're doing. All right, anti-tanks is still definitely short, but I think we have enough factories for that, honestly. Light tanks, they have a lot of factories too. So what I'm thinking is, let me see how short some of these things are. Just because we don't have a deficit doesn't mean we don't need to build it. Support equipment. Yeah, I was gonna say let's build more planes, but you know what? Let's put one more into support equipment, and then we'll put into planes. Yeah, we'll step these the plane production up a bit. That will require a lot more aluminum, which we'll trade with the Austrians for. Yeah, we'll keep the, even though I know we're getting a lot more than we need. Okay, so resources, guys. Resources is an issue. And just kind of the African front. This is why I don't fight here, guys. Is even when even if you have superior numbers, which I wouldn't say exactly we do, but even when you do, it's a difficult front to fight on. And it's not just the attrition. That's just part of it. One of the biggest issues is, in fact, the very large states. So it takes so long to move anywhere that when you first give an order, you know, it's not going to be like, and it won't be until in like another week until that unit actually gets there. And so that results in, you know, somebody moving there. You know, it might be an undefended province or maybe only defended by one unit when you send the order off, but then within a few days you got like 3 units there defending it or whatever. So yeah, just the big states cause a lot of issues too. You know what? I don't think we're gonna get anything else here, guys. Let's go and get the improved infantry equipment 3. 1944 tech there. Yeah, see, here's another situation. You see that they'll be here in 2 hours, and we would likely lose. You know, we're going to be 7 days away, so might as well come down this way then in that case. Or just wait until they move, and then... Are they both moving over there? They are. How long would it take for this guy to get over here? Yeah, you can see it's 5 days, man, to get across that river. And so, yeah, that's really the issue, is that when you give the order off, by the time, you know, they would get there, the whole situation has changed. We can get there first, so we'll send them off there. These guys might just retreat from here because they don't want to get cut off, in which case we'll go across the river and grab that. But yeah, definitely having some problems advancing here. I'm going to attempt to attack here. Again, we're tracking across a river right there, so it's always going to be difficult to get across there. We were successful in that attack there, so once we get there, we're going to try and move up behind and then go straight into the attack on the port, and thus surround that unit there. We'll see if that works or not. Sunk another one of their submarines. Excellent. A couple submarines here. Alright, so if they're not setting up any more invasions, which it doesn't look like they are, then let's just go and get our troops out, and hopefully they make it. Maybe we just want to move a few at a time because of that, the way that we did when we left Cyprus. Just kind of move them all over to here, I suppose. We could also put them over here. You know what? I think that's what we're going to do. Or let's move half. We'll move half of them over there. That's the way we'll do it. We'll get the one here, and then just set up another fallback line for now. Perhaps in this port here. And just, yeah, to kind of slowly move the units over there. One at a time or whatever. It'd be better to move all the guys here that don't have an order over to this province so they can get there with less risk. Alright, so they'll slowly move over there. We'll do it 1 unit at a time again to try and avoid any casualties in case they do happen to engage us, because, you know, their fleet is definitely still patrolling here and still strong despite the losses here. Could do an invasion across this way and try and get that taken. You know what, I think we will. Let's go ahead and set up a couple divisions to do a naval invasion here. We'll attack from right there. Eventually what we want to do is like just slowly kick the British out of the Mediterranean, and so maybe instead of retreating we should set up an invasion here with these units. Oops. Set up an invasion from Sicily and attack Sardinia. Yeah, I think that would be wise. Alright, I got that all fixed, got it set up. So we have 3 going across here and 4 going across there from those 7 units that we currently have. And I think that's probably going to be enough. You might want to send 1 more over there for 5 divisions. I suppose we can do that. We don't even know if we'll be able to do these invasions, though, if we'll be able to get control. And I was going to send this guy over here as well. So we'll see how those invasions end up going. Hopefully we were able to successfully win them. We did get there before that unit. Now he's attacking us there. And let's go ahead and push forward here since nobody's there to stop us. And just looking for other areas. Yeah, they got there before us. It's unfortunate. Now they're attempting to get here before us. We'll get there in 14 days, 2 weeks. So again, just huge, massive states. And that's really, I think, what causes some of the issues. It's just how large the states are. Alright, so we finally got here. Let's go ahead and just go around these guys here. Let's keep all of them here. And maybe let him leave, if he's gonna. So we don't have to fight him in the mountains. That would be the best outcome of this. If we could just take it without having to fight him. Getting more units isn't the problem. We got units sitting all around. So, you know, the problem here is that we can't put any more units in Africa because the supply is already bad enough as it is. We did get the combat unit destruction, excellent. So now we still have a modifier here. But is this what we want? Is there anything else that we still need? We could always get the next radar station, I suppose. Radar would really help with finding their ships. So we might want to do that. We're almost done with that one. See what else we could get here, guys. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. Hold up. We're doing all these naval invasions. Let's instead do the landing craft here. That would help us out in those invasions. Yeah, so they just keep on pumping more and more troops into Africa. And it's just such difficult terrain to advance in. So we were able to be successful here. Where do we want to go next? I really want to get these guys cut off, and that would do it. Now, given we still have to win down here too, so we haven't completely cut them off. But yeah, if we can get that and grab that port, and that would also stop them from sending troops over this way, so that'd be helpful. So yeah, we'll move that way and see if it works. Again, we find ourselves, we were, you know, moving to an undefended province, and now a unit is there by the time we're finally arrived. So it looks like they did get somebody over to the mountain. Alright, so we'll try and hit him. He doesn't have the entrenchment like this guy did, so it gives us a little bit of an advantage there. So we might be able to win it. Alright, so these units are here. It's going to take them a little while to get all that trained up, and I suppose we'll send them. Again, we have plenty of units, and you know, I don't want to send my troops to their death, but at the same time, the cold-hearted way of looking at it is that it's going to get us some war participation. So 15 hours until they leave here. We could cut them off there, but we're just not going to get there in time. Let's go and get across this river then, and we'll also attack right there. Yeah, I'd love to move there, but yeah, we're not going to get there in time. It would be 4 days to get there. We'd have to have a unit attack him. We have this guy here, but I prefer he goes that way. So instead, maybe go here, but they have a unit going that way as well. 4 days and 17 hours. Let's see if we can't beat him. It'd be exactly the same. So he might get there first. We'll just have to wait and see. I think we're gonna spend a little bit of time trying to get over there. That's not what I want to look at. We want to look at how we're doing on getting Iraq annexed. Down to 812 at this point. Okay, remember we also want to annex Romania, so we should be working on them too. So I was going to just take a look, see what we're constructing. Obviously, we've given a lot of orders out, so we're just going to have to wait and be patient for our civilian factories to get that done. We are getting the stability up, so that's going to help. It gives us several different bonuses there, but quite helpful. But yeah, just kind of stymied a little bit. These guys can push forward here, though. A little bit of create a little pocket right there, get that destroyed. I'm going to decline that. Again, troop numbers is not what we need. And we still cannot win here. We've tried multiple times to get a win there and just have not been successful. We'll try attacking again, though. We were successful here, so now we just need to get over to that port. We have a unit going here, so let's go and attack there to assist them so they can hurry up and get over to that port. It's going to be 11 days, as over 10 days. I might just need to wait to see what happens when this battle's over. Yeah, if we can get that port, we'd cut off this unit here and cut off all the units here. So that'd be big for us. We did get the last of our land doctrines. So I suppose we could go back to the air doctrines now, since we've gotten that one finished up. And so here we, I think we could do any of these. Yeah, you can do any of these, you know, all three of them. And it might just require one here to keep moving down. But maybe it requires, yeah, it requires just one. It says or there. So which one do we want to get? I mean, eventually we're going to get all of them, of course. We're not doing tactical bomb or strategic bombing. Let's do the air superiority. Now, I'm curious how we're doing when it comes to air superiority in the Mediterranean. It looks like we have control of the skies, and they might lack air bases everywhere but Sardinia, meaning they can't even engage us in these areas, meaning we could just bomb them with impunity. Of course, they have their carrier bombs as well, though. I suppose they have this air base, which we'd like to get control of. Are we ready to send those invasions off? No, they still have a few days. And again, we might not have control of the sea, but it looks like we do. Yeah, we're even controlling the sea now. Okay, excellent. So we could move our submarines over to the Western Mediterranean, but I prefer to wait until we get Sardinia so that we can get air support over there. Because that's key for us sinking British ships is having air support. Alright, so yeah, I really hope we're able to get that port without anybody stopping us, though I'm not incredibly optimistic about that. They want to send us Lend-Lease, we'll accept that. But yeah, if we can get that port, we'll cut all these troops off, and then it's just, you know, a matter of time before we defeat them. They did take that province there, that's quite unfortunate. But these guys, I think, are now cut off from supply, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I believe no. Now they're getting supply from down here. Now, don't know if anybody's assigned to this. Let's just take a look here. Yeah, we don't want any of these guys assigned to this. This is going to be wrapped up by somebody else. We want to push forward here with this unit. Somebody will finish it up. Let me just see if there's any... This guy can come over here and wrap it up for us. We'll even have him take the railroads down there. Get down there quicker. But with this unit, we want to try and get... I have to go this way. We want to try and get these guys cut off. Even if we have to come all the way up around here to do it. So we can cut this little pocket off. Because that's really the key. It's just incredibly difficult to advance here. We don't have enough units. Supply is hurting us. And the states are just too damn large. So cutting them off from supply would be the key to getting the win there. So that is actually going to be the end of today's episode. We did not make a lot of progress, guys. Not a lot. I mean, we helped out over here, I suppose. You know, we did those naval invasions. But yeah, not a lot of progress. It was very, very slow going in Africa. We moved so rapidly here in the northern part, but we got into Central Africa and Southern Africa, and things are much more challenging, mainly because the British are actually here in force, defending their territory. Let's go and take a look at the current war score, which is 13%, 14% almost, it seems. Yeah, we got some good points from the occupation, but our casualties are pretty damn low. So we're not getting a lot of participation from that. And I would assume Germany's getting the majority of their points from casualties. Well, maybe not the majority. 126. Still a lot more than us from their 1.26 million casualties. Italy is getting a good chunk of their war participation from casualties, though. Total, our side has lost 2.84 million. We lost 26,000, so not very many. We've killed the British 247,000. That's not bad. 26,000 casualties, killing 247,000. That's pretty good overall. And Germany has killed 1.6 million of them, though. Just see if we've fought any of their allies. Yeah, 1.7 thousand here for New Zealand. 38,000 of their troops. Must have been in Africa or something. 11,000 South Africa. None of the Canadians. Okay, so yeah, we've done Pretty good when it comes to the kill-death ratio as of right now. And yeah, we'll just continue working on trying to get these guys annexed here. Again, it's just it's more time-consuming, especially because we don't have any convoys to give out. In fact, I'm not entirely sure what happened to all of our convoys. Are we still... Oh, you know what? Somebody told me about this, that we were giving them a monthly lend-lease of convoys. So that's where all of our convoys are going. I had no idea. But yeah, let's go and cancel that, guys. Yeah, that was... I mean, I guess it was getting their autonomy down. We did get it down quite a bit because of that. We're at 674 now. But yeah, that's not going to work, guys. Yeah, we just gave them way too much equipment. All right, so yeah, we have no convoys now because of that. And thus, I think we should really bump into building convoys now. In fact, you know what? We're just going to put one dockyard into that. Make sure that we're building here, and then we'll get rid of this. They'll just build one more. And that extra convoy will go over here. We do have submarines that we can send out there to replace these losses, so we're going to do that too. And then we're going to end this episode here. Just get some of these losses replaced. Looks like we had the exact number we needed here. All right, excellent. Well, almost. I made the exact number to get them all up to 5. That one's going to be at 4. All right, excellent. But yeah, losing a lot of submarines out there, guys. Is what it is. We're killing convoys, though. And, you know, we're getting the fleets to engage the submarines so that our bombers can attack the fleet. But we need more bombers. We definitely need a lot more planes. So we'll continue working on that next episode. Hope you guys did enjoy this one. If you did, make sure you leave a like on it, subscribe to our channel, hit that notification bell, and leave a comment. Do hope to see you guys on the next one. And thanks for watching.